Hi there. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Last time we left off, things weren't looking so good for us. But hey, I mean, what's new there? Am I right? But hey, thankfully we always have our summation examination in our back pocket, so that's a good thing at least. And now it's time to actually get into it properly.
Hold it!
You're Mr. Natsume's landlord, Mr. Garrett, aren't you? We really must stop meeting like this. Yeah, honestly. Ah, you're that lawyer chap, eh? Well, there's a donor for the books. Yes, rather a turbulent time we had back then. Some extraordinary events took place at your house, that's for sure. Luckily, Mr. Sholmes and I were able to get to the bottom of it all. I think we did rather a lot for you, didn't we? I mean, obviously. I wouldn't be suggesting that, therefore, you should change your leaning to not guilty or anything, you know? Like, I mean, I wouldn't go that far. Yeah, it can't be denied, I suppose. The curse of the Garrett house was the talk of the town out of that business. The lodgers moved out, and I couldn't get a bally soul to take up the tenancies. Oh. Haven't had the heart to break the news to Joni yet, and bad enough that the old girl's clapped up. Yes, can't be denied. You did do rather a lot. But, not for us. That's for dashed certain. I suppose not. Of course, there can be no suggestion of that being the reason I'm leaning towards guilty here, obviously. But honestly, I really wish you'd pay more attention to the trial, and less to juror number 2. Housemaid, I should like to see all the eyesores promptly and rigorously eliminated. Pausing the bench, I see. Again. It's not even a euphemism for anything. Her maid's work is never done. Not a blemish must remain. What exactly do you mean by filthy eyesores? On my way to market for his lordship, I have to pass through the East End. The place is full of peggars, pickpursers, and crossmen, the scum of the earth. Gee, that's not very nice. A little harsh, perhaps? That may be plain. If it were up to me, all those backslums would be made spick and span or eradicated. At least we have people like the great detective working to achieve those important goals. Jeez, you're kind of, a bit of a meanie pants, I would say. Basically saying, like, this fucking, like, bulldoze the homeless. You're referring to Mr. Herlock Sholmes? That's right. I'd like to keep abreast of his exploits by reading Brad's magazine between my duties. He does wonders cleaning up London streets. In my opinion, he should be declared an honorary maid of the capital. Mr. Sholmes? A maid? It's really quite unforgivable. Got the scum having the audacity to shoot our very greatest detective. Well, hey, Gina didn't shoot him. Minor detail, it was the 2 brothers in the stand who shot Mr. Sholmes, not the defendant. Yeah, a minor detail indeed. They're all good as scum as far as I'm concerned. Geez, aren't you lovely? Well, it just might be an idea to get our facts straight anyway. Yes, all right. I shall amend my statement. Those brothers are the scum of the earth. They should swing for shooting the great detective.
Hold it!
Okay, well, let's try and see if we can get more information about that. since it's a new statement and all. I agree with you. The shooting of Mr. Sholmes was an unforgivable act. But the purpose of this trial is to determine who shot the pawnbroker, Mr. Winterbank. I'm afraid you're splitting hairs, sir. Sorry. Whether it was the thieves or the pickpurse, it was still gutter trash that shot the pawnbroker in the end. Filth that should be cleaned up and eradicated, in my considered opinion. Thanks so much for sharing. Changing this mate's mind isn't going to be easy. Reno, it was one of those two brothers that shot Hurley, wasn't it? Yes, without question. Well then, I'll never forgive them. Oh, Iris. Perhaps we can use this mate's statement to help us somehow, do you think? Yes, maybe. Let's listen carefully to what each juror has to say first.
Hold it!
What do you mean, look at the photograph in stereo? What is this, a Nickelback song? Sorry, what? Don't you know? If you look at the photograph in print normally, it looks as though the pickpocket girl's about to shoot the victim, obviously. But there's no indication that the defendant ever fired the gun. All I'm saying is that if you look at the same print in stereo, it could reveal all sorts of new information. By any chance, are you a fan of stereoscopes? Gee, what do you fucking think? He's literally got like a portable stereoscope on his fucking face. Or like at least a thing to where he can look at images like they were a stereoscope. Ick. Oh, how did you know? Let's call it a lucky guess. How it never gets old, seeing the two prints merge into one before your eyes. And people back in 1890 or whatever were fucking easily amused, weren't they? It's extraordinary, it's captivating, it's the height of modernity. Of course. Oh, yes, I think you'll find that the stereoscope is here to stay. How giving us new perspectives we could only dream of before. It's the greatest invention the world has ever seen. If only you could give me a new perspective on this case, I might agree with you. You know what this senile doctor, on about?
Hold it!
What exactly have you been muttering about all this time, sir? You keep talking about having left something somewhere, or something like that. Ah, so sorry. As you can probably tell, I'm a surgeon. Oh god, don't tell me. Are you the guy who operated on Herlock? A surgeon? That totally passed me by. Of course, people conducting surgery in this country aren't considered to be doctors. Oh no. Even though me and my kind are at the forefront of medical science, the real brains of the field. So, what is it that you think you've left behind? Well, that's, a little embarrassing, to be honest. You see, I was operating on someone yesterday. Standard thing, it went into the abdomen. Oh, but when I'd finished the procedure, I couldn't find my scalpel anywhere. What? Did he? Surely not. Exactly. Surely not, you say to yourself, don't you? Oh, worrying, isn't it? That's what's been troubling me this whole time. Could I really have left my scalpel inside the fellow's belly? No, of course I couldn't. So, there you have it. Like I said, a little embarrassing, really. That's one way of putting it. The other is manslaughter. That's exactly my concern. And seeing as this case appears to be all but sewn up, I need to focus on trying to remember exactly what I've sewn up elsewhere. Now, I'm sure I made up everything. I made sure everything was back as it should be. Well, As sure as you can be without being sure. Sure, you need to be more sure. Jesus Christ. Maybe... When people were... Okay, surgery is pretty important, so it seems weird that surgeons apparently were considered, like, proper doctors back then. Does that mean, like, anyone could be a fucking surgeon? Like this senile coot?
Hold it!
Sorry, radio transmission. What do you mean? Are you from the Far East? Stop! Yes. From the Empire of Japan, if you must know. All communication with Far Eastern nations used to take place by mail. Royal mail steamers take more than a month to complete the journey. Ah, but now we have the electric telegram. Some can send messages using electrical signals. Thousands of miles of cable have been laid along the ocean beds, connecting the entire world. Thousands of miles of cable on the ocean bed? It makes my head hurt just thinking about it. You are well informed, young lady. But cables will soon become a thing of the past. Stop. And just when I was starting to catch up. Radio transmission is a future. Stop. Messages carried over airwaves to four corners of globe. Stop. Excitement growing. Stop. Atmosphere electric. Stop. Right. Try not to wear out your fingers. Era of wireless telegraphy. Stop. Driving technological revolution. Stop. Okay, Jesus, calm down, lady. It's not that fucking serious. And people say inventions like the stereoscope, the height of technology. What utter piffle. Okay, I will give you that. Like, I would say radio is like a far more important invention than the fucking stereoscope. I can't understand it. I really can't. They're just silly toys. Okay, Jesus Christ, these people are gonna be fighting over technology. I don't know if that's exactly relevant to our case. But I guess I'll pursue.
Excuse me.
Turn number 3. Sorry to interrupt you when you're obviously fuming, but... What? Do you perhaps something to say about turn number 5's last remark? You're gonna throw down over the fucking stereoscope versus the, telegram? As if I couldn't guess. Oh, you bet I do! Say that again! Go on, bitch! I dare you! Goodness! Are you talking to me? I think you just might be, yes. You think stereoscopes are just toys, do you? Huh? Absolutely. I mean, really, a machine to view photographs in 3 dimensions. Why on earth would you not just use your eyes to look at the world around you? It's all 3-dimensional. I mean, fair point. Our eyes see in 3 dimensions. What a great way to appease a man. No, I'm sorry. Stereoscopes are of no practical use at all. You just don't know. Pardon? I think you'll find that viewing a photograph through a stereoscope can unlock all sorts of possibilities. I'm obviously going to have to demonstrate. What sort of possibilities? Well, take a crime scene, for example. If you had a pair of photographs from a crime scene that you could view through a stereoscope, it could reveal hidden clues you've never even noticed before. What? Have you got any, Rudo? Any prints that we could look at with a stereoscope? Oh boy, this thing I didn't fully understand when they explained it last time has come up, is going to be important to the trial. Who would have guessed? How about this print here? It should do the trick, I think. I mean, we already looked at the fucking cat photo, right? Like, I don't think that's gonna be relevant. Then again, maybe this one? Maybe this one? Okay, it's probably this one. Let's throw it out there. Alright then, jar number 3. Since you think stereoscope is such hot shit. Are you saying you can do this with any 2 suitable photographic prints? Of course I can. Very well then. I'd like you to demonstrate. I'd be delighted to. Just give me one more... Oh. Duh. You need 2 prints of the same thing. We only have the 1 print. I'm still fucking baffled by that fucking photorealistic dog. Can I go back?
Take that!
Wait, sorry. What do you mean, 1 more print? Oh dear. Don't you have these in the Far East? Don't you know how a stereoscope works? Runo, oh, I know, I fucking know, okay? I know, alright? Egg on my face, cut out my tongue, fucking, I'm aware. What? You need 2 photographs for a stereoscope, remember? Oh god, yeah. We already looked at the cats. Why do I need to look at the cat again? It's just a fucking cat. God damn it. You know, 1 for the left eye, 1 for the right. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Yeah. But the print we have from the pawnbroker is just a normal photograph. Oh, no. I think you'll find that the clue is in the name. It's a stereoscope, not a monoscope. You always need 2 prints. Thanks for the friendly explanation. Well, if we obtain another print at some point later in the trial, we can always show it to this young man then. I think you'll find that know-it-all expression is really starting to annoy me. Let's get things back on track, shall we, Council? Yeah, I fucking know, okay? Let's just press this guy.
Hold it!
And then we'll fucking figure out how we want to go about things right now. Please tell me you're not villain Bolshevik. The Russian revolutionary. Revolutionary? Duh. I believe there is such a rumor. It's just a rumor? As you see, I have unfortunate... I look like a vicious criminal. Your words, not mine. Just want to point that out. People call me revolutionary, murderer, autocrat. And, which glove fits? Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please. Right. That didn't sound staged at all. You'll forgive me for having my doubts. To be treated like vicious criminal all the time, it is very painful. Sorry, like a vicious criminal all the time. It is very painful. People do not realize, so I have much sympathies for these brothers. People say they are criminals only because of how they look. The Skulking Brothers? Maybe they went inside the pawnbroker's shop. But they have done nothing wrong. That is all I want to say. All what I want to say. The Skulking Brothers did nothing wrong that night. Were you not paying fucking attention like 10 minutes ago when we found out, we proved that they shot Holmes? Or Sholmes, I mean. Alright, well first of all, that's one not so little misunderstanding I'll need to clear up straight away. Tell me something, Iris. What is it, Runo? The jurors are chosen at random from the inhabitants of London Town, aren't they? Yes! It's amazing, isn't it? In that case, how is it that there's a Russian tourist sitting among them, who looks for all the world like a revolutionary, good question. I wish I knew. If I can't change the minds of more than half of these 6 jurors, the trial will be over. But we know that Ginny would never shoot anyone. Okay, yeah, we need to stop finding contradictions. Yeah, okay. We know the rules, and so do I. Okay, let's try the stereoscope thing again. This time I'll try not to fuck it up. Can it really show up new clues, though? I don't know unless you try. Okay.
Take that!
So we'll present this. Wait, what? Ugh, I was wrong. I can't actually think of anything we can use at all. What? Really? Oh dear. I think maybe I need to have a stereoscopic look at your brain sometime. Okay, well fuck you, Iris. What's that supposed to mean?
Hold it!
So you're telling me it's not the thing with the cats? What about this one? Ugh. Okay, I guess we'll come back to that. And now let's try pitting these 2 people together, since they both are talking about the brothers skulking, if you will.
Objection!
These 2 statements clearly contradict each other. Oh, good lord! Counsel, explain yourself! Oh my! My statement? Contradictory? Contradict. C-O-N. Juror number 6. You've got the wrong end of the stick. I do not have stick. I have mouse. I mean, that is a true statement, a fact. You can't deny that. As juror number 2 said earlier, when the Skulkin brothers fled the scene on the night in question, they fired a shot from their revolver. Yes! They shot poor Mr. Schultz in the abdomen, I understand. Surely you're not going to tell the court now that you didn't hear. Abdomen. A, B, D. Sir? Sorry. My English is still learning. You are telling the court you didn't hear. Forgive me. I did not hear. Ugh. Ah, here is word. Abdomen. Part of person's body containing stomach and other vital organs. If this is what you mean, should say in plain English. I am Russian, not native speaker. Who thought it was a good idea to let this man be on the jury again? I don't mean to discriminate, but come on. So, you're telling me these brothers who look like criminals were lying? They said before, we never done nothing. But truth is, they shot a detective. And, this is double negative. Yes, that's exactly right. Oh, don't squeeze your mouth too hard, my dude. Lying is wrong, especially when lies said by a person who looks like criminal. Coming from you, that seems, surprisingly prejudiced. This means, when they said we never took nothing, maybe it was also a big fat lie. Is this true? Well, according to the police report, no stolen goods were found, so... yeah. Enough! I trust no one now. It's not the mouse's fault, though, sir. I must see with own eyes. I must investigate crime scene myself. I'm afraid that won't be possible. Yes, it is, Bruno. Easily. Sorry. with the prints from Hurley's red-handed recorder. Ah, if you compare the print that pictures Ginny and the next print from half an hour later, you'll be able to see straight away if anything was taken or not. Cooey! Mr. Prosecutor! Tut tut! Calling on the prosecution in the middle of a summation examination of all times! The print showing the accused threatening the victim after she broke into the shop is this one. Okay, so that's the 1 a.m. one, right? Following this, the victim and the accused moved into the storeroom. Meanwhile, the Skulkin brothers entered the shop and summarily heard the fatal gunshot ring out. Sadly, none of these events were captured on film. This is a print produced by the camera half an hour later, after the brothers' flight. So, this was taken after Hurley was shot then. As far as I can tell, nothing has been taken. That does seem to be the case. I can't notice anything that's obviously missing in the second print. So, the brothers who look like criminals told only one lie. They shot man, but they stole nothing. It would seem so, yes. Good. No, not good. Ah, you are right. I did not understand the situation. Now I know brothers have lied. I think it is very important to continue with trial. Hey, that's one on the board for us. Yay! Well done, Bruno! The balance is shifting! Well, for the start, I suppose. But there must be more in what these jurors are saying that I can use to expose the truth. And if I can do that, we just might turn the situation to our favor still. Thank you, Counsel. Continue with the summation examination. And kindly hand that new photographic print to the bailiff to be filed as evidence. Okay, so now we have the other print, and now we can compare it to what that the juror number 3 and his fucking stereoscopic enjoyment. In Lake of Lies are many dead fish. You must find truth. Therefore, I say not guilty verdict. True words indeed, my friend. Okay, now let's compare and contrast. Okay, now, I think we can, wait, no, sorry.
Hold it!
Now I think we can do this thing here. So you present this print. Alright then, juror number 3? Yes. And then this one here.
Take that!
Right. Alright, these two prints were both taken with the same camera in Windibanks on the night in question. Yes, I see. Tell me, Mr. Lawyer, do you know how stereographic images work? Do you understand the principle? Well, I think so. I did have a lesson only yesterday, but I did not fully understand. The left and right eye images need to be the same, only with a slight shift in the position of some objects. Then, when your brain merges the two images together inside your head, it notices the shift as if it were depth. Yes, exactly. Wow, Iris has a specific looking at two photograph animation. Interesting. It's that small shift between certain objects in the two pictures that's really important. So what happens if you use two photographs that are exactly the same then? Oh, no. Obviously that wouldn't work at all. Not for seeing the scene three-dimensionally anyway. Oh, of course. Now I see. Aha! I think the young girl has discovered the secret. I have. God, look at that fucking face. I cannot take you seriously when you are looking at me clearly cross-eyed. Can you uncross your eyes before you tell me? It's a bit weird. Have another look at these two pictures from Harley's camera, Bruno. Go on. You're having a laugh, aren't you, mate? Can you see there's a really obvious difference between them? Oh, okay, well, I feel like maybe this is a bit of an obvious one, but in the second print on the right, Gina ain't there. And neither is Mr. Winterbank. Is that the obvious difference you're referring to? Of course there is. There are two people in the first, and no people in the second. Yeah, exactly. See, Mianosuke gets it. Well, yes. You can see that straight away. But now, try looking at the pictures in 3 dimensions. Alright, I'll give it a go. So to start with, you have to cross your eyes, and then try to make the two pictures overlap exactly. I don't know, man. It just looks blurry whenever I try to cross my eyes. I know I've crossed my eyes before. It's not like I can't do that, but it just makes the pictures look blurry. And I can't see shit like that. I tell you, man, I'm really trying to like look through cross-eyed at this shit, and it ain't working, Chief. God, I feel like I'm fucking staring into another dimension at this point. Or like I'm trying to, anyway. Are you saying something, Mianosuke? Because let's see if by crossing my eyes I can make the quill pins from each picture overlap in the middle. Okay? Okay, I feel like I'm getting somewhere, but again, it's just blurry. Like, I'm not able to tell any super clear difference if my vision is blurry. Wait. Well, did you manage to see it properly, Bruno? Iris, can I be real with you, Iris? I didn't see shit, man. I'm just not very good at this. That's the trouble. Oh, don't worry. I have just the thing. I happen to bring with me a portable stereoscope. I know I mentioned this yesterday, but, you've had that contraption with you from the outset. You could have saved me staring at Mr. Winterbank and Gina like I hate them all that time. Yeah. And if you remember, I said in reply that it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, goddammit, Iris, some of us wear glasses, okay? And our vision is already impaired enough as is. Trying to fucking see shit cross-eyed is just... It's a losing proposition, okay? Anyway, why don't we try using this helpful little aid now? Please fucking help me. Here goes! Okie dokie. Now, let's see what we've got. Wait, look at that! Ah! What's going on with these two pictures? Yeah, why are the things on like the top end of the counter like really in focus while everything else is all blurry as fuck? Like I was looking at it with my eyes crossed. That's weird. Oh god, we're all looking cross-eyed. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, at least we're gonna see fucking Baroque with Baroque or Baroque. I still don't know what is actual how you actually pronounce that. But either way, at least we didn't see him cross-eyed. Yes! That's it, you see? That's the other amazing power of stereoscopes. Other amazing power? Is there like a fucking thing where everyone's like, is everyone gonna have a thing where they're looking at the photo? Cross-eyed and shit? Jesus. Is someone gonna explain this black magic, eh? Why the deuce do some of the things on the counter seem to jump out at you like that, I think you'll find that if you consider the basic principle of the stereoscope, you'll answer your own question. Basic principles of the stereoscope? As I said before, if you try to look at two identical pictures using a stereoscope, it won't work at all. It's a slight shift in the position of certain objects that lets you see pictures three-dimensionally. In other words, even though at first glance it seems the objects on the counter haven't moved at all between the two pictures, this shows that actually there must have been a slight shift in their positions. Yes, that must have been. Yeah, but what does that mean for our case? Now hold fire there, sir. I've got a reasonable grasp of this whole cross-eyed business now, I'd say. But why the devil does the shift between the two prints exist in the first place? Well, what's the answer, fellow? Come on, you're the cross-eyed master. I wouldn't say that. What? Me? I have the first idea. You know, Runo, it's quite simple. It is. Just think it through step by step. The first photograph was taken at 1 a.m. Then, 30 minutes later, the second photograph was taken. But the position of some items on the counter appear to have shifted slightly in the interim. So that means that sometime in the half-hour interval, someone must have tampered with the things on the counter. Zookas! Someone tampered? New information! Stop! Not mentioning the testimony so far! Stop! Yes, we've had to go around in circles a little here, it seems, but I'm starting to see what I should be aiming at in the summation examination now. Ladies and gentlemen, the question now is clear. We know the items on the countertop were moved, but by whom? Are you suggesting you might know? Of course. I can tell you right now who's responsible for the almost imperceptible shift in the items on the counter. Is it these two? I mean, I can't present both of them at the same time, but I would think if they were doing something, they would have done it together, you know? It was Brock. It was him. I know it.
Take that!
I mean, realistically, it's gotta be those two, right? It was the witnesses currently in the stand. The Skulkin brothers. Wait. This does not agree with what brothers said in testimony before. They said they did not even have time to pull dukes from Lucy Lockett's. My phrase book says dukes is meaning hands, and Lucy Lockett's is meaning pockets. But is this another lie? Is this what you are saying? Yes, I'm afraid so. Now, hold on there a minute. You can't be sure of that. I quite agree. The accused is a common pick purse after all. It's perfectly possible that she went through the things on the desk to see what she might steal. I think that's unlikely. And why exactly? As you can see from this photographic print, the defendant was pointing a gun at the victim. It would seem as my learned friend had indicated, that she was coercing Mr. Winterbank to open the storeroom door. In other words, Miss Lestrange's interests lie within the storeroom, not in the main shop, giving her no reason to touch anything on the counter. All of which points to one thing. The Skulkin brothers have omitted key facts in their testimony. Gah. Blah blah blah. But the accused is a pig purse, common gutter trash. Why look any further for the wrongdoer here? Stop calling people gutter trash. Jeez, lady. Because the Skulkin brothers are thieves, madam. No better, in fact worse, than a pig purse. Yeah, like, come on. Like, are you really gonna tell me that someone who pickpockets is that different from someone who steals? Like, come on. I believe these brothers were looking for something on the victim's counter that night. Gah, look at their shocked expressions. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you would condemn the defendant on the ground that she's a pickpocket, would it not at least be right and proper to thoroughly scrutinize testimony given against her by two thieves? Well said. I, for one, would like to hear more from that shady pair. Oh my god, you just... Okay, I understand you gotta keep your gloves sterile, but come on. Can you all see now? I think you'll find stereoscopes aren't playthings. You've seen their extraordinary potential firsthand. Wholeheartedly agree. Stop. Must purchase at a trial. Stop. We'll return home via Regent Street. Stop. Well, it would seem this trial has yet to run its course. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I have declared their inclinations by the mighty scales of justice. I hereby call the summation examination to conclusion, with the balance altered in the defendant's favor. 2 lean to guilty, 4 lean to not guilty. Accordingly, the jury is without consensus, and I order this trial to continue. Yay! Well done! Oh, by the way, what? You should hold on to this, Runo. You never know when it might come in useful. Twice in one trial would be unusual, surely. But alright. Yeah, if there's gonna be more image printing things, or, you know, prints and shit I gotta look at, I'm gonna need that thing. Bro Van Dyke, you will instruct the witnesses that the court demands a personal testimony from them. Yeah, what do you gotta say to that, Van Zeeks? I'm sure it won't spoil the bouquet to do so, my lord. I've won myself another chance to probe that pair about their activities that night, at least. But I won't stop probing them until I've proven that Gina is innocent. Yeah, probe them fucking all day and all night long, my dude. And that's the first part of this trial done and dusted. Nice work, everyone. Who would have thought that fucking goading these people into a fight about radio waves and telegrams and fucking stereoscopes and shit would have been the key to turning things in our favor, you know? But I mean, yeah, realistically, it's like you can't exactly expect two guys who like are professional criminals to be completely honest from the start, especially when they already admitted that they fucking shot Sholmes. You know what I mean? Like, come on, pal. But hey, since we've got a nice to be continued, that's a nice clean place to end the episode, I think. And next time, I assume we'll be getting more testimony from the Brothers Skulkin. But until then, I'll see you around.